Okay, good day. We are back on the Sydney University website because I got to say, having fun with it. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a longer, dive through to look at each part and we'll just talk about it. I'm not sure how we're really going to go, but obviously, if you have questions, please throw it down below. And I'm thinking, because I was thinking, how can we use this as you probably would, whether you're a teacher, whether you're, someone learning something. So whatever you do use AI for, let's see what we could get out of this. And I might chop this up into little shorts as well and see if we get something pretty useful out of it. We'll find out. Okay. I guess once I read that definitions are one of the best ways to start an essay. So once again, let's have a quick look into, yeah, how generative AI works. Let's have a gander at that. So, generative artificial intelligence, or generative AI, is a class of computer algorithms able to create digital content, so including text. This is really simple, including text, image, video, music, and computer code. So in Australia, we can't yet get the Sora videos, but as you know, people who are a little bit more tech savvy have already figured out how to pretend like they don't live in Australia in order to get AI videos. More on that later. Comment if you need. Okay, this is boring. I reckon there's more we can do. Prompt. Generative AI. It looks like a brain, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a brain made of electrical things. Makes a picture, makes an image, makes text, or talks to you. Things can get weird with this AI. All right. I like this. The core of a generative AI is a trained deep learning model that understands and generates text, images, or other media in human-like fashion. Ha! Human-like fashion. I shouldn't laugh because maybe it'll get more human-like with time. Okay, the model is trained on massive amounts of data to learn from patterns in the data. So, for example, it would learn that certain words tend to follow others, or that certain phrases are more common in certain contexts. So the model uses the prompt to produce a completion, which is presented back to the user. So, okay, very, very good. We get it. Oh, I don't need to watch a video, do I? 3 minutes. I don't have 3 minutes. Unless you have 3 minutes. I don't know if it'll actually come through. I might test this because I don't know how the tech works. And because it's live, I'm not sure if you will be able to hear this. Please do let me know if the audio sounds good or not. Wait, let me go to the chat so that if we do have things happen. All right, let's have a little bit of a view of what large language models are. We'll see if this is any good. Oh, Okay, so the thing that I really gravitated towards there were the AI hallucinations, which I mean you probably already know about. It's where the AI thinks it's giving you the correct information, but due to the data that's in the back end, it's not coming through correctly. So that's something to be very, very aware of whenever you put an input in. So always double check your prompts for that reason in particular. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I like that it talks about them running on neural networks because um, our brains function on neural networks. That's exactly what it is. It's electrical. I think, geez, do I know how brains work? From memory, it's a bunch of electrical networks that are making pathways. If you hit your head too hard, it might break the pathways in certain sections, but that's essentially what it's doing. It's making associations and clustering together. So if the AI brain is working similarly, potentially it's a similar creation. Okay, artificial neurons, yada yada. Yeah, we get it. All right. Let's go to this one. All right. I think I've talked to you guys about using it responsibly, and I guess we know about using it responsibly, using acknowledging and whatnot, how to use it. Yeah, I guess it can always be fun going through here. So I did want to actually get into here. This is great. It's like creating resumes and cover letters, preparing for meetings, navigating. So this is a good one. All right, I'm gonna jump into navigating social situations because at university you will need to learn how to present things, and not to mention obviously if you have an IELTS score, you have to get your English level 2. Part of that is being able to speak, and this is recognizing how to do that process. Okay, let's have a look see. So let's have a read. So the purpose of this prompt is to use generative AI to assist in navigating social situations. The responses that generative AI provides may be helpful in providing you some ideas and perspectives that can help you prepare. So to give you a concept of what you might want to be knowing for something like if you're having a talky thing, if you are being assessed on a speaking activity, I'll give you a breakdown of what an assessment guide might look like. So the assessment guide will look at if the ideas are unified and logically sequenced. They will consider if you speak fluently without noticeable hesitation. Think about that one because your culture may not think that hesitation is a bad thing. But especially in English, if you wait too long, if you hesitate too long, that can be seen as something that's quite negative. And uses a way so fluency in pronunciation, that's that part, and then language and expression, you would use a range of suitable vocabulary with flexibility and accuracy. All right, let's have a look at the prompts. Note, the following prompts were tested in Microsoft Copilot for Web. Okay. Yeah, I mean, everyone likes their different AIs. All right. You know what we should do? Let's test it in ChatGPT, see if it's any good. So I will give you a scenario. Please critically evaluate the situation and provide feedback. Possible solutions. I am in a group of 4 for a class project. One of the members is not pulling their weight, and it is forcing the rest of us to do more work. The professor said we must work it out amongst ourselves. Act as though you're a close friend of mine and help me understand the situation. I missed your birthday party because I was busy with work, and it seems like you may be upset with me. I'm not exactly sure why or what I can do to make you feel better. Interesting. A further prompt. What are they trying to say? Okay. Okay, so these apparently these got some good responses. So So further problem, I still don't quite understand. Please try to explain in more detail. What in the hell? Who's saying that? Okay, let's have it explain itself, because I don't know if I love this section. These prompts instruct the AI to either act as a person or evaluate a situation as an outside observer. Each has its use cases, as one may be emotionally reliant while the other may be more logical and objective. For instance, when dealing with a friend whose feelings are hurt, it may be more valuable to consider the full scope of their feelings. As usual, it's important to remember that generative AI is still limited by its training data and does not actually understand emotion, right and wrong, and can only generate responses based on the limited information provided. While AI can be a useful tool, is not an objective source of truth or understanding. Let's have a look, see what, yeah. Actually work is not confident enough doing it. I want to test it. Let's have a test of one of these. We'll see how it goes. Okay. I'm gonna make up this, and I'll give you guys a different. I'll show you the actual AI as I'm doing it. So let's make a new chat, and you probably want to see the scene, don't you? Ergo, let me de-share and let me reshare this fella here. All right. Because the thing is, like, look, different AIs have their usages, but I must say, yeah, once you get attached to one, you like it, stick with it. I mean, maybe that's just me. All right, what is on my mind? Well, act as though you were a close friend of mine and help me understand the situation. I missed your birthday party because I was so busy with work. I missed your. So it seems like you may be upset with me. I'm not exactly sure why or what I can do to make you feel better. I kind of want to talk to ChatGPT with this one. Should we make it a discussion? Let's do it okay. Let's go new chat. Right. No, I just want to have a discussion. I forgot what button to push. I forgot the buttons. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's do it this way for now, and we'll see if we can adjust later. This will be good enough. There's usually a button that I can do. I guess I can't have conversations because it's on my computer. But like, it's fun. It's as if you're friends with it. Okay. So it's actually your close friend of mine. Okay. You missed my birthday party. From my point of view, that I feel like you didn't value your friendship enough to make time. This is such a logical response to it. I'm like, oh, the absolute no emotion here. Even if I know you were busy, it's not just the event, it's what it represents. Effort, present, priority. This is, yeah, really, really logical. However, I bet you the answer is going to be good. So, to fix this, do three things. Acknowledge it directly. Say you realize missing it probably hurt or disappointed me. Don't justify it first. Lead with understanding. Yeah, but tell me how to do that. Show you still value the friendship. Offer a specific gesture, coffee, dinner, a short visit. Not vague. We should catch up. Smart. Follow through quickly. Timing signals sincerity. Jeez. What is this, like? Is ChatGPT a psychopath? Timing signals, since back in a sincere way. Whoa. I'm terrified. Okay, I feel bad for missing your birthday. I know it probably seemed like I didn't care, but that's not true. Who would say that? But also, yeah, I get it. Can I take out this week to make it up for you? So see how, like, the correct details are always there, but you have to be really careful to go, because look, if I was saying this, I'd say, look, I feel really bad for missing your birthday. I know it probably looked like I didn't care, but that's not exactly what's going on. I had a bunch of stuff on and I felt really, really, really awful, but I really want to take you out this week. So can I make it up to you? I feel like it's missing a reason for, like, oh, why? It's like, but that's not true. Because they go, but that's not true. is too vague and simple. Okay, that's simple mix. Ownership, empathy, concrete follow-up. Concrete follow-up was good. I don't know if it yeah, that's not true. I didn't love that bit, but the rest of it was okay. All right, so that's kind of how we can do a social aspect. How about let's question. Okay, let's see. I want some speaking. Which is yeah. Let's do. I'm gonna take this one, the fluency and pronunciation. Okay. So this one's able to confidently sustain topics, maintain exchanges, and repair breakdowns. Okay. How about explain if the previous response assists in confidently sustaining topics, maintaining the exchange, and repairing the potential breakdown. Okay, let's have it analyze itself. That'll be a fun way to run across it. All right, yes. Yes, the topic, the response supports conversational confidence, repair across 3 dimensions, sustaining topics. It provides clear emotional and situational framing. You missed my birthday, what it represents. Okay, that was, really understood that well, which is good. Which gives shared context. Context is where and when something happens. So its context is very, very valuable if you're writing or if you're speaking. Think about that whenever you're doing English language learning or any sort of learning. Context makes such a difference and keeps the dialogue grounded, more coherent topic, emotional impact and resolution. I feel like I didn't quite hit that one very well, but it is what it is. So maintaining the exchange and the message models empathy and open acknowledgement without blame. So that invites a reciprocal response rather than defensiveness. That is absolutely valuable in communication, regardless. A reciprocal response rather than getting defensive, because humans do get defensive, and it's finding ways to not be defensive in conversation. So look, even for English as a first language people, that's not too bad. It offers a specific next action. So it gave us a good toolkit here, which is good. It's like, see how it's kind of not perfect yet, but it's doing some cool stuff. So can I take you out this week, ensuring the conversation continues towards a practical resolution? Very nice. So as you can see, AI is solving global issues and relationship issues. Good news. Very, very good news, right? Okay, repairing breakdown. It directly addresses the potential rupture by combining acknowledgement, so recognition of hurt. That's key. Recognition of hurt. That languaging, recognizing I've hurt you. That's a really important part of when you're speaking. Accountability, owning the action, which is very important. And a restitution, a concrete gesture. So these elements meet the social functions of repair. This is so funny to me because it's like it's logically breaking down how humans think and how humans feel. And it's technically correct, but I would not trust an AI telling me this because I'm like, oh, I don't feel your heart. I don't feel your emotions. I'm terrified. So reestablishing trust, demonstrating understanding, and restoring cooperative flow, which is very valuable. In short, it restains relevance, balances, turns and reopens the interpersonal channel that was disrupted. So pretty cool. I reckon that was solid. All right, let's go back to our other thing. I'm going to cancel that one. Share screen of the navigating social situations. Excuse me. Yes. Add to stage, please. Okay. Bachut. I was trying to say Bayachut, which means very good, but it sounded more like Bachut, and I was like, Bach? Maybe I've been playing too much Duolingo music. That was a very interesting side note for Duolingo because, okay, I'm really torn on how I feel about Duolingo because, the change that Duolingo made. because on the one hand, I very much enjoy playing music on there. It's distracted me from my regular language learning, which I do every day. But I don't think it can accurately improve your musical learning too much, because I'm on my little hand here. Okay, if I'm using my pinky and jumping here, here, and here, I think it's G, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. Note, if my hand moves about there, am I doing A or B? Can't remember which is which. Let's see how that throws you out. I have been dying for Duolingo to update so it can connect to a physical keyboard, because I'll need to get another program. Even if I've got to pay for Duolingo, if it hooked up to a real keyboard, I'd like that, because I'm kind of holding off on buying one because I have to get a subscription to this other thing called Flow. I think it's called Flow Keys or something. But that's been stopping me from my musical learning. And education never stops. You always have to build on it. So, yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, because I've expanded the amount that I can do on my right hand for learning, and if my hand moves slightly, it changes. If your context changes slightly, it changes the entire outcome. Okay, but as a rule of thumb, if you are using Duolingo for language learning, at least to get yourself to the intermediate level, it's well worth using, because, Duolingo, whichever language app you use, what it will do is it will get you to, your simple grammatical errors that you could have made, previously, or like, what did I need? What vocabulary did I need for that level? That's what it's going to cover. So it's going to, kind of clarify those important little details. Okay. There's a side note. Okay. Should we stay on the speaking stuff? I feel like this is pretty good. I think it's pretty valuable. Preparing for interviews, networking events, career experience, and more. What's in more? I'm curious about that, but I'll check it out later. All right, let's go preparing for meetings, and I'll open out and more as well later, because it's pretty funny. All right. How do we use AI to prepare for meetings? Let's find out. So in the context of a meeting, two of the key components that need to be prepared are the agenda and the minutes. Okay. Probably look up on ChatGPT what an agenda is. So define agenda. Give me examples in the response. Always ask for examples. Ask for sources whenever you're trying to clarify a detail. So, while these tasks can be time-consuming and may not contribute directly to new work, they are essential for effective communication and record keeping. Generative AI could potentially assist in streamlining such tasks. Let's have a look at how this problem looks. So, for example, I don't know. How do you pronounce it? Different ways in different countries. Bar. Okay. The following prompts for testing. Yeah, we get it. Is most suitable for language-based generative AI. Okay, so example 1, you have a meeting, transfer file, and want to make up meeting minutes. What? This is so upsetting. Just make up the meeting. Okay, as a meeting clerk, your role involves consolidating meeting and transcripts and crafting meeting minutes. Adhering to the format of the previous meeting minutes, it's essential to meticulously document any content. Wow, including all decisions and conclusions. However, any discussion or content deemed irrelevant or unimportant to the meeting can be disregarded. Assist you in discerning what is relevant to the meeting. The agenda will be provided for you for your reference. Please note the audio transcript can be found in the attached file you receive. Okay, fair. That could work. So essentially, you're using the AI to essentially, you're just giving it a transcript, and then it's like, oh, cut the stuff out. So it's making the meeting minutes post, which is, that's actually pretty valuable. Ensure you have permission of everyone in the meeting if you are going to be taking a transcript and providing this to a generative AI. So this is pretty good. You have minutes of previous meeting. Example 2, you have minutes of the previous meeting. Ask generative AI to suggest an agenda according to the minutes. That's pretty valuable. So as the chair of the meeting, your responsibility includes preparing the agenda for the upcoming meeting. The minutes from the previous meeting are provided here for your reference. Please draft the agenda in accordance with these minutes. And then you give the previous meeting minutes. Okay. So it's giving you an example of what it looks like. So that's not bad, not bad. All right. I'm keen to find out what this extra information is and more. What is this and more business? What the heck? Bro, I'm going to do that again. Oh, prompts to help you progress. Okay, that's all it is. Let's have a look. Communication, writing and answering emails. Okay. Are all of my students writing and answering their emails using AI? Are all of my colleagues doing it? There is a terrifying thought. Does anyone write emails anymore? Let's find out. Okay. Email is I hope that people do at least proofread before they do it, because sometimes I'm like, come on, that was an AI. Okay. So email is a key form of communication at the University of Sydney and every other university and every other workplace. So email is very key. Okay, University of Sydney and in industry and society. Industry just means jobs or businesses. Society is the country that you live, the community that you're surrounded by. Therefore, learning how to write emails for professional purposes is a skill that all students should develop at an early stage of their tertiary education. If you can, get it before your tertiary education. That said, it can be tricky or intimidating to compose emails in a formal manner. AI can serve as an assistive writing tool by providing precise and appropriate vocabulary, improving grammar and style, adopting a professional tone, enhancing clarity and expression. Sure, AI can aid in providing feedback on the clarity of your writing, identifying potential errors and gaps while keeping it concise and professional. Yeah, I guess it does. I generally, if I do get AI to help me draft something, I don't like to send it out before, giving it a proofread and saying, is that good enough? But I do, sometimes you're so busy, you don't have time to spin through everything at once. So it's really useful to go, all right, I'll just do this quickly because, I need to do something fast. I have just discovered something that's very valuable. I was looking for this, one of these little clicky things, because, yeah, my coffee bottle, my water bottle, I can hang over my shoulder. My coffee bottle, if I have one of these, I can just clip it on and clip it on my belt, which means I can have caffeine wherever I'm going. Because unlike an AI, I suffer from humanity, which makes me tired when I don't have decent sleep. But this was a very, very good find this morning. I'm not sure if you're as excited as I am. All right. Oh, okay, check it out. Acknowledge. Please remember to do this one. So please check and follow your local guidelines about whether this use of generative AI is permitted. Because look, ultimately, if you're emailing your teacher and they're not handed in, it usually shouldn't be a problem. But if it is permitted and if you use this prompt in the process of creating work for assessment, you may need to acknowledge use of AI. So if you're emailing your teacher, you might get away with it. If you're writing an email that you're trying to be assessed on, this may be a little bit more problematic. So figure out what's allowed or what's not. Please be mindful of privacy and security when providing sensitive information to AI systems. Okay. This ensures data security and respects the privacy of those you are engaging with. You can censor or anonymize names and key data. So communication is a key graduate quality to develop. Communication? What's the communication? Where's Cambridge? No, I don't care. I want the bloody... This one. This is the one I want. Okay, I'm going to go to Learner's Dictionary because if you'll note, you can make it Learner's Dictionary or you can set in... oh, check out the source and everything. There's so much. Ooh, I can learn Chinese as well. Okay. I do want to learn Dutch. All right. I bet you it's the same word. Communication. An act of or means of conveying information. Communicati? What? Give me compute. Compute. No, I don't want an advertisement. No, thank you. Bro. No. Help. English. Come on. Sorry. English. Dutch translation. I'm going to make sure that was correct. So I can't spell translation. Nope, it's going the other way. Communicati. Oh, what's Azel? Why is it taking communication with the word donkey? All right, I got to find out. Side note, my apologies. Okay, I want. Okay. Aha. English to, let's go to English to Afrikaans. Okay, hold on, let's do this. I want donkey. See, Azel in Dutch is donkey. In Afrikaans, it's just donkey. Ah, donkey. Well, let's have a. No. There we go. Donkey. Donkey. Because the tone makes a big difference when you're learning languages. Okay, so we know what communication is in English and Dutch. Let's just do it in Learner's Dictionary. Because it's actually really bad to use the translation app and to rely too much on translation applications. Translation applications. Okay. Communication. Communication. Shin. All right. The act of communicating with other people. Yeah. I'm going to open up communicating. The school is improving communication between teachers and parents. Now, here's the key detail. Communication, noun. Communicate, verb. Communicate, verb. To share information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals. See how it's got the word the act here? There's your key detail. All right, let me just close all this because we don't need to learn words about communication. Okay. All right, so communication is a key graduate quality to develop. Communication is a key graduate quality to develop. It can be tempting to have AI generate your emails for you. It really is. But it is important that you learn the art and skill of communication as well. This is the key detail. Whenever you're using AI, your own voice is important and it's critical to let you shine out. What I would say is the most unfortunate thing is when I see students trying to get AI to write too much for them, and I see just the voice is not there, and I'm like, oh, it hurts. It hurts. There is no voice. There's only correct grammar and correct vocabulary and the right words and the right spots. And sometimes there's an M dash in the wrong spot, but it completely makes sense and it probably works. But I don't feel the heart and soul of the piece of writing. And if I'm speaking to someone and if they used a presentation where they just made the AI write the whole presentation for them, how are they going to know when to have the emotion and the tone? They might do it really randomly, and you won't really know if it's correct or whether it's something else that made them feel that way. How did I become a robot? Actually, I am part robot. No, does that count? I got metal in me. I had an accident and I got metal in my bones. Metal in, sorry. My apologies. Let me say that correctly in English. As I suffered an accident, I have metal within my body. I have metal in my bones. Why'd I try to sound so fancy then? Um, and who else has it? Leighton Hewitt. Leighton Hewitt has it as well. He's got more than me, so I reckon that's why he won the Australian Open and I didn't, because he got metal in both of his feet. I've only got it in one of mine. I don't know. Does that make you kick harder? Does it make you more effective as a kicker? Maybe I'll join like a soccer team and become like the number one. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that thought, but let's talk about the prompt. The communication prompt, please. Prompt. The following prompts were tested, Mario. We know they were tested in Microsoft Copilot. Have enough time. Good. Make sure you modify the prompt below to suit your unit and concept you'd like to review. Can you help me draft an email to... Let's see. Oh, let's make one up. I reckon this will be fun. Okay, let's swap screen share. De-share and reshare. I've lost my ChatGPT. Oh, there, no, it's got it. Yeah, but now we've got a problem. This is on the old one still. Let's go to a new one, new chat. All right, brand new. All right, can you help me draft an email to... Okay. Let's see. My manager. I want to work fewer hours and have my pay increased by 10%. Okay. Okay. The email is for my motorcycle job. Wait, I'm going to take out the apostrophes because what's it called? No, quotation mark, sorry. Not an apostrophe. An apostrophe is, can you help me draft an email? A quotation is, see, that's still a single like apostrophe, but it's using it as a quotation to communicate something. Here we draft an email to my manager. I want to work fewer hours and have my pay increased by 10%. These emails, the email is for my motorcycle job. Let's see. Yes. Does it know my motorcycle job? Yeah. I'm basically just having fun with it now. So let's see. I would suggest hours and compensation. Lol. Hi, manager name. He's retiring anyway, so who cares? I'm requesting 2 changes, effective date. I like the structure. I hate how little it feels like anything. Reduce my roster to X hours per week, days and times. Increase my base rate by 10%. Rational in brief. Rationale in brief. So rationale. So when it says rational, it's just without the E. Rationale is your thinking of why something is the case. Consistent outcomes. High pass rate. Positive writer feedback and clean safety record. How do you know this, ChatGPT? I'm going to ask it. It's true, but I'm scared now. I'm scared it's watching me every day. Okay. Flexibility, reliable, courage, yada yada, added value, mentoring new students, yeah. Okay, cool. Hold on. How do you know that I have a high pass rate, positive feedback, and clean saved record over 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's been 4 years now. Yeah, 4 years. I bet you it made it up. I bet you AI is hallucinating. But if it does know, I'm scared. This will be really funny for me. I hope it's funny for you as well. You were lying. No, I do not have access to your employment of firms workers. The details about pass rates, feedback sessions were examples. Aha! Placeholders, just make stuff up. Showing how to justify raises, measure outcomes, replace them with your own verified achievements. Uh, what does what do well? I hope it doesn't know. Okay, please, ChatGPT, don't know my whole life. Oh, good. Ah, this is good. All right, can I find credit on the news for years? Okay, good. Yeah. Uh. All right, that's good. I use a different name for my other workplace, which is good. Oh, I'm sneaky that way. I've got 2 names. Well, actually, I'll give you why I use this name here. This is my stage name. It's a combination of my first name, my Greek first name, both first and last. I've made it as the first and last name, but you're basically saying first name plus first name because in Greek, many years translates to poly. So poly means many, and then chrono, or it means years. So polychronos. So that's where I came up with my stage name, which I like, which is good fun. But because when I was making all this, I didn't know what to do and what to put up. But let's have a look. See, all right, let's go out of our GPT thing. But that was good fun. All right, so that's good. It doesn't know about me. That's a good sign. Very good sign. Let me share screen now. Yes. What are we sharing? Yes. Writing and answering. Yes. 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 Okay. Very good, very good. Hopefully I haven't been boring you guys with too much of my side note / learning stuffs. I mean, well, I don't know. I do, yeah. If you find the prompts useful to go through this stuff, like, let me know. Let's go out of this one. So yeah, I mean, we get. Oh, wait, actually, let's have a look at the example. Prompt 2. I like this one. Is there a more concise and formal way to express idea? Emphasize something within the email. How can I make the email above sound more friendly? That's what I'd be asking AI for my one. Let's have a look at the example that it gives. Can you help me draft an email to my lecturer? Ask whether or not I need to address potential argument. Of course. Here's a draft for your email. Dear lecturer, I hope your email finds you well. Lame. I'm currently working on my essay for blah, blah, blah. Present, okay. Okay. I'm currently working on my essay for BIOS 1167 and wanted to clarify whether it is necessary to address potential counter-arguments within my paper. I want to ensure that I meet all the requirements and present a well-rounded argument. Could you please advise if including counter-arguments is expected or recommended for this assignment? I mean, that's actually really good and useful as far as the way that it does it. I mean, the sucky thing is we don't know what's fake and what's not anymore. So, I love this one because how can I make the email sound more friendly? Let's see what it comes up with because that's pretty solid. Sure thing. Here's a friendly version of your email. Subject: quick question about BIOS 1167 essay. Hi, lecturer name. It's more professional if you do say, it's like dear sir, hello, blah blah. Like there are more formal ways to do that. Be careful with your formalities and learn what formalities to use when you're doing academic writing. I hope you're doing well. I'm working on my essay BIOS 1167, and I wanted to check in about something. Do I need to address potential counterarguments in my paper? I want to make sure I'm on the right track and meeting all the requirements. This is actually quite nice because it's made it less formal. It hasn't really made it more feeling-y. But see, I'm saying I'm on the right track. There's no way you would write that in an academic paper, but in an email, that is fine to do. But the thing is, for you to know that is more important than whether you use an AI to help you with an email for your lecturer to save yourself time so that you spend more time writing the actual thing or drafting and fixing it up. You want to figure out how to maximize your time. Like I said, the reason why I built this whole YouTube thing is my name translates as many years. I'm looking at many ways to save you time/years so that you can maximize your time on this particular lifetime, because I guess if you don't know which day is going to be your last ticket item, it's a good idea to maximize what time you can do with it all the time. Spend time with loved ones, give them a call, which reminds me, I've got to call my dad. He's actually, what time is it in Greece? I can't check on my phone now. If it's my thought is it's like 7 a.m. there, so I'm not going to call him now because he's going to be a little bit asleep. He'll be happy to hear from me, but I shouldn't wake him up at 4 a.m. The worst thing I do is I wake him up at 8 a.m. But the thing about Greeks is they don't actually like to wake up that early because they wake up later, but they work later into the evening. So you've just got to be on Greek time. They like to do this thing. So Greeks tend to do this. They got this problem. I don't care. I don't want to. There we go. Oh, that's my favorite one, actually. This one. Where's the old blokes? Yes. Okay. This is an accurate depiction of what it's like going to Greece. Okay. This is basically me once I go grey. We are absolute little social creatures. And I was reading a thing, I was watching a thing about the blue zone. I'm not sure if you know what the blue zone is. Definition. I'll give you guys this as well. I know I'm going a little bit off topic, so my apologies. We're meant to be talking about AI in education. Here we're talking about the blue zone. Oh, we even get an AI overview. Check it out. A blue zone is a geographic region with an exceptionally high number of centurions. Okay, century, 100 years. Centurions, person who lives 100 years to be or older. He lives to be 100 years old or older. We tend to have lower rates of chronic disease and a longer life expectancy. All right, Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, Icaria in Greece. Okay. Sorry, just side note, oh man, okay, I'm wrong. No, Ithaca and Nicaria are not the same island. So I am the worst Greek on the planet, but I'm not from there, so it's fair enough. I remember being very, very offended once when an official in Greece, he described me as the Australian. He's like, wait, where's the Australian? Like he came out like really like puffing his chest out, and I was like, I'm not the Australian. I was like, I'm the South African because I was born there, and I'm absolutely confused about what I am or where I belong because I definitely don't belong anywhere. I just am a fruit salad, and I belong in a suitcase. Suitcases are good because you can go wherever. All right. I mean, I don't know if you belong anywhere, but does anyone belong anywhere? Should we belong? What does make someone belonging? I don't know. At least I'm very pleased that I came with my family because they were pretty all right. Okay, so Ithaca and Nicarea are different. I need to know how far they are. Okay, let's go. I've got an idea. What have I done? Okay, I'm gonna go Ithaca to Icaria. I want to know how far it is because it took this bloke 20 years to get from a place called I think it's near where Ephesus was, so it's near where Izmir is in Turkey. I believe he took 20 years to get back home to his wife. I think they had to have counseling for the rest of their life after that, but yeah, travel by plane. Yeah, but how far is it? Okay, it's what? No. Oh man. Easiest go a place in Greece. Ikaria, Greece. How annoying. Okay. Okay. Ooh, interesting. That's cool. I should know this. I'm from that area. Like my family's from. Okay, I really want to go to Ikaria to see the Blue Zone people and see if I live longer just by visiting. But my family is from around this region. See, actually, just east. See where it says Agio. But really, what? Okay, I've been to Zakynthos, and I don't know if I've been to Catalonia, but this is good news. I got to get to Ithaca. Okay, I completely. I'm back on board with Odysseus. So Odysseus, he took 20 years to get from here. I'll show you. Actually, I want to give you the correct information. So I'm going to look for the correct place. Give me a moment. Okay, where did they find the Troy ruins? So because they found the ruins of Troy, it is here's a mound overlooking the Aegean. Okay, found it. Here's wherever that place is. Okay, now search. But I wonder. I don't want to get a boat. Oh boy, I was well off. So Troy was not up here. Wow, how cool is that? So Troy was down here. That is so essentially Troy was found here. Ah, and there's the beach where they landed. That's cool. That's kind of cool because it's okay. So essentially he got a boat from here. We'll forget we're not getting a train. I mean, we're not driving there. All right. If he walks. All right, he got a boat from here and he sailed all the way over here. All right, so I think, in the past, I think it's fair enough. He took a little while, a bit more than 217 hours. Apologies about my computer sounds. So I would say I forgive Odysseus for taking that long to get back to his wife. And yeah, he met some witches along the way because That's a mission. That's far. How far is that? Okay. I've got a new reason to go back to Turkey now because last time we visited Ephesus, which was cool. I'm not getting a bus there this time though. I'm gonna get an airplane because it's far. My friend is here from Bodrum, and I really want to go here now. I've got to check this out. This is great. Okay, I've got a new trip I've got to go visit because next time I wanted to go to Cappadocia because that's where they have the balloons, and I'm like the balloons. Okay. Uh, how did we end up planning my next trip? I don't know. We're looking at AI in education, and I'm learning that it takes 73 hours to walk from Troy to Cappadocia. I don't think I'm going to do that. It might be a little bit more fun on a motorcycle, but we'll see. We'll find out. I mean, I've never done a 73-hour walk, so who knows? All right, let me know in the comments if you would like to see a walk of that long. I think it might be a little bit difficult to convince the missus that we'll do that together. Okay. All right, forget this. Yes. All right. So socializing is going to keep you alive longer. And what were we talking about? All right. So we were talking about writing emails. It's quite useful. What else? Navigating social situations. I think we looked at that one already. Drafting speeches. Yeah. For me, we looked at that one. Okay. Identifying career opportunities. Interesting. This I feel like you'll find very useful if you're learning English as a second language. I think you'll probably want to make sense of job descriptions. Geez, I can probably live on this bloody thing for. It's such a useful little page, so I mean, a website thing. So I have fun going through here. So let me know if you're getting bored with all of this, or if you want me to focus on something else. Sure, it's just I love stuff like this, and it helps me teach it to my students better. So I don't mind going through these things and go, oh, click that button, use this prompt, because we all want to get better over time. All right, so making sense of job description. So job description, a job posting can be overwhelming at times. Here's the thing that I notice a lot for English as second language people. Let's go put the aircon down. It's not air conditioning. The spinny thing, the fan. Sorry, I hit my head, so my memory isn't the best. Okay. English as second language people, they usually, when they see lots of writing, lots of content, they go, oh no, because there's too much. And so trying to break down the information is difficult. And that's when people immediately, they get their phone, they press translate. I can understand that because let's do, okay. I'll translate this to you. If I read this in this language, I don't get it. It's all Greek to me. It's all Greek to me. Agelis? Agelis? I think that's English. Wait, no, what's that? Oh, no, that was wrong completely. Buddy, can? Oh, this is stressful. Okay, what I'm going to do, remember this for English. I'm going to select the keywords that are going to help me understand the context. Okay. Okay. Get us time. So I think it's when. So the time to do something. Can something time. Okay. Okay. Human test. I can't remember. Horologia. That's wait. Horologia is a watch. I don't know. Okay. This is challenging. What I'll do, yeah, I would probably, I would hope to have, say, my dad or someone next to me, and I would ask them, what does this word mean? Because they might go, oh, you see more? I'm not sure. Or they would say, oh, that's that. Or this bin, I mean, actually, he'll know. But the thing is, that's how I learn is I'll ask someone. It's better to ask someone rather than, go, oh, no, it's a wall of text. If you translate the whole thing, it makes it harder. Like, let's go to the English now. Too much. If it's too many words you don't know, you go, what do I need to know? Translate one word at a time so that you start to build your vocabulary, because you want to build your vocabulary with time. It's a very, very valuable thing to increase your vocabulary slowly. So sorry for leaving the Greek writing up for so long. The reason why I was putting that example is that, to me, that's the feeling you have if you're trying to learn English. When I look at that wall of text, I don't understand it straight away. I go, oh no, I don't know. But I've learned to look for the specific words. If I had, I don't want to go too much in that because my lesson is after this lesson. So essentially, I'll focus on my own Greek learning after I've gone with this. Why am I learning English, Greek, Dutch, and music and chess all at the same time? I'm taking on too much. Oof. And I wanted to join a racing team to go for racing on certain weekends. Do you sometimes feel like you've taken on too many side projects? I mean, don't worry, I won't leave you guys because I very much enjoy doing my little talks like this, because this is my preparatory, like this is a part of my preparation for my teaching. So as I'm thinking about how I can help my students, I'm like, yeah, I can help you guys. So let's close this one. All right. So job postings. So over what I'll do, I'll talk you through the specific words that are important. So if you can pick up certain vocabulary. Okay, a job posting, that just means I guess like where it belongs somewhere online. So on the internet, it's posted. A social media post. And it's ing. So when you see ings, think about the base word. Overwhelming, that means something is too difficult to take on. Filled with specialized, so special. Terminology means special words. And specific language. I have spoken to people who are C1 level English, but then when they get specific language in a certain area, they really struggle. So look, think if you're going into a particular thing, I mean, go into AI and say, what is, I mean, let's say, I'll give you an example of this. So I'm going to change this one. Okay. Let's make a new chat request. Okay. Share that one. New chat. All right. Okay, so provide specific, maybe 10 to 15 specific jargon words for let's say computer engineering. Now, include definitions and example, and at least 1 to 3 example sentences for each word. Okay. To show how context influences them. I'm not sure if this prompt is going to be great, but let's find out. To provide 10 to 15 specific jargon words for computer engineering, include definitions and at least 1 to 3 example sentences for each word to show how context influences them. Let's throw that one in and let us find out. How do I pronounce that word? I'm not going to share it with you guys, but I'm going to have Cambridge open and I'll just play it as I go. Cambridge Dictionary. Yes, we don't want it in Dutch. No, thank you. We need to learn the dictionary. Thank you. Okay. Fun moments. I think it's cache. Oh, it's cache. Cache. I'm sorry that I can't pronounce words. I'm from Australia, so we can't pronounce words. Pronounce words? Cache. Oh, if you look at the K, yeah, it's basically the. All right, I told you because of the language. So cache. I should know that. I just forgot today. It's not my fault. I forget things. Okay. Means I forget stuff. Give me a better mark even though I forget stuff. Okay, cache. So definition, a small, high-speed memory that stores frequently accessed data to reduce processing time. Interesting. The CPU cache stores recently used instructions for quicker retrieval to take something back. And browser cache saves website data locally to speed up page loading. Pipeline definition, a sequence of stages where different instruction phases are processed simultaneously in a CPU. Example, instruction pipelining increase the throughput by overlapping execution stages. A stalled pipeline can significantly reduce processor efficiency. I mean, look, if you're studying computer science, this is probably valuable to you. Bus. Isn't that something you drive? All right, definition. A communication system that transfers data between components inside or between computers. The data bus carries signals between the CPU and memory. A wider bus allows more bits to be transmitted simultaneously. All right, I won't go through all of these, but as you can see, it gives you so many. So you've got kernel, route, latency, firmware, multi-threading, interrupt, clock cycle, register, compiler, microarchitecture, logic gate, parallel processing. And yeah, so this is great. So see what I mean? Like it's giving you the things that you'll need to improve your writing. So, this is the thing, provide specific jargon words. You can take this prompt. So provide 10 to 15 specific jargon words for, and then actually I'll make this a prompt so that you have it. Okay, so create this prompt. Let's have a look. See for. Okay. Let's just call it topic. Oh, excuse me. Provide 10 to 15 specific jargon words. Sorry, let me say that again. Excuse me, sometimes I've got a cough. Sometimes I suffer from being human. Okay, so as I was saying, here is the prompt that is going to help increase your vocabulary significantly. Provide 10 to 15 specific jargon words for topic. Include definitions and at least 1 to 3 example sentences for each word to show how context influences them. Let's put a full stop at the end of that one. So hopefully that was useful. All right, let's go back to our other thing. Yes, very good. Remove, deshare, and reshare. Where are we? All right. And let me know. I've got my camera is now following me around. So I don't know if this is, more enjoyable for you guys. Like, let me know if you prefer it when it's like this, when it's like looking for me. Yeah, that's lost me. Yeah, you've lost me. See how it tracks me? So let me know if you prefer this or just if my head is just far away and if my head's not covering the wording. Yeah, no, because I don't know how this stuff's supposed to look. But I'm getting better at making it look good, I guess. Or practicing. I'm refining my work. Maybe I'll ask AI to tell me how to structure my videos and stuff. I won't close Cambridge because I'll probably be back there. All right. So, overwhelming with specialized terminology and specific language. That is what we just covered. We did a side note on literally that. I don't think you should run away from going on to side notes when you're doing your, I guess like when you're studying. Sometimes those side notes are really important. So just have fun with it. As long as you didn't decide to start studying for it the night before and you still have time, actually go through those and go, okay, maybe I need to work on this. Maybe I need to think about that. Like, give yourself, like, enjoy the process. It really is. It's very, very valuable. So consequently, it can be difficult to comprehend the job's actual requirements, which is crucial once you stumble upon a job advertisement. So okay, slower. Sometimes I must speak slowly and repeat things. Do please, if you are learning English and you find I speak too quickly, if my accent is difficult and you have to keep pausing and rewinding, let me know, because I want to know which level you're at and what you need help with. Like I really like. I will make the content that I see people are asking for. If you feel like, okay, that's this is annoying because of that. Like I love, negative feedback is what fuels me to be better. Constructive feedback. Yes, my heart will hurt if you say mean things, and I might cry, but you'll never see it because actually, no, technically I won't cry because the thing is, boys, they lack tear ducts. We're incapable of crying. What I'll do is I'll feel sad, but due to the fact that I can't cry, I won't. You never catch me crying. You can say the meanest thing and you'll never see it, but you'll feel bad because you made me sad, and you'll see my facial expression is showing sadness. But due to a lack of tear ducts, it cannot. The tears, they can't escape. Much like other genders, they like other parts of their anatomy. I lack tear ducts. Anyway, to tackle this issue, generative AI can assist you in analyzing job posts to provide a clear understanding of the job's essence. Additionally, it will leverage this understanding to guide you on what to include in your resume, cover letter, and emphasize the relevant skills. And yeah, please do let me know if my little side notes where I think I'm being funny, if they're silly. Please do let me know, because people have given that feedback and I took that on. I was like, oh yeah, stop going too much on like your little side notes on, like, not for this but for something else. And it was really valuable when I got that. So prompts, let's see. I provide you with a job description in my next prompt. Your goal is to help me make sense of the job description. So this is a good prompt. So I will provide you with a job description in my next prompt. Your goal is to help me make sense of the job description. And then you can have a follow-up prompt. Which keyword or phrase should I incorporate into my resume or cover letter with when pursuing this job? Are there any particular experiences you recommend emphasizing in my application? Because AI is going to look at your application or your resume, your information objectively. It will look at you like a scientist should look at something. Not using emotions, always stepping away from whatever it is. Always giving you some advice as well. So if the generative AI doesn't initiate an explanation of the job role after pasting the job post, you can prompt it by saying things like, please make sense of the job description provided above to encourage the AI to describe the job role. Pretty useful. Oh, mate. Explanation. So when it comes to job descriptions, generative AI utilizes its understanding of language and knowledge acquired during training and to analyze and interpret the content. It can identify key details such as job titles, responsibilities, qualifications, and required skills mentioned in the text. The AI generates responses, based on the patterns it leads from the training data to provide explanations. It uses its understanding of the job domain and general knowledge to generate coherent and informative descriptions of the job role. It can break down complex technical terms or niche language into simpler explanations, making it easier for users to comprehend. So let's have a look at what the response came out, because I think, look, for you guys, you probably find that's the most valuable, is seeing, can I use this? So I'll provide you with a job I'll provide you with a job description in my next prompt. Your goal is to help me make sense of the job description. Which keywords or phrases should I incorporate into my resume or cover letter when pursuing this job? Are there any particular experiences you recommend emphasizing in my application? So, job summary. Our vision is to be a leading public university recognized for our global impact. We are dynamic and innovative, and we are a dynamic, singular. We are a dynamic and innovative university. Ranked top 100 in the world's QS World University Ranking 2024. I'm not sure if that's QS. And Australia's #1 young university. Times Higher Education, best under 50. Which university is it talking about? I don't think it's University of Sydney. 2023, we are located centrally in one of the world's most livable cities. Ha! Well, they're talking about Sydney. It's expensive. I'm always thinking about how much better it would be if we lived in a different city because it would be cheaper. But everyone goes to Sydney. But it's not the capital. But everyone goes here. I don't know why. So with a culturally diverse campus life and extensive international exchange and research programs, USNU. What's USNU? Bro. What? None of them. Oh, it's not a real university. It just made it up. Oh, it's okay. That's an AI, like a maybe hallucination, or it's using this as a filler text. So that's the moment when it does things like that, because it's literally making up facts. Because yeah. So, but the thing is, what I do is I check details. If I'm ever like, let's have a look. So QS University ranking. Okay, QS World University ranking 2024. Was it 2024? I think it was. Wait, let me check. It was 2024. Okay, let's look it up to see if it's real. Let's see if that one was. Okay, I'm gonna see what USNU, if USNU is in there. Maybe it's not in. Okay. Let me just catch myself. It might not have been in Australia. No, decline. I don't want to give tech. You guys already get enough cookies. USNU. Bro. Yeah, #1, Massachusetts. So if you go to MIT, you're #1. #1. Imperial College in London. Imperial sounds very kingy. Stanford, America. #3. #4, Oxford, United Kingdom, England. Harvard, #5. Why is no one in Sydney? Oh, okay, all right. Cambridge, all right. England. Zurich, okay. I'm not surprised, but also they're beating. I'm really upset that Australia's not here yet. Singapore's above Australia. Now I'm upset, and I'm really upset. Bloody England again, as if Australia's better than England. Okay, California Institute. Sorry, England. I know I'm being a little racist to England, but Australia is objectively a better country than England. Okay, California Institute of Technology, US. We're still not on here. We're still not on here yet. All right, Hong Kong, cool. Singapore again. Are we getting on here yet? 14. Okay, so all right, so China's beating us. Pennsylvania, US, China, Berkeley. Wait, what's that? No, don't give me that. I don't care. Guys, just leave me alone. Help us know you better. Other. Let me look at stuff. Now I've lost my spot. Thanks a lot. Okay. We're up to 11, I think we were. Okay, yes, 12. Where's Australia? I need an Australian one. How far down do we have to go to get to Australia? I'm really depressed now. Yes, but it's really bad. I'm really upset. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Guys, we got to get our stuff together. This is not right. As good as Melbourne University is, this must be incorrect because there's no way Melbourne University can be above the UNSW team because UNSW is the best. This should be number one in the global rankings, just quietly. But we need to work harder to get there because I cannot believe. No, this is incorrect. I think this is an internet hallucination. It can't be that Melbourne is better than a Sydney University. That's impossible. We have better culture, better food, better coffee, and it's just a better place. Look, we definitely have better weather, but okay, and I still can't find USNU. I think USNU was a fake place. All right, I believe we've at least identified that was real, but USNU seems fake. Or maybe that's one of those units. Anyway, okay. I'm not going to look too much into that one for now. But the bottom line is you want to double check facts. Never accept that it's just a good fact. The best thing to do is in your actual prompts, ask for sources. So you it's mentioned where you found this information because if you can double check the fact, like I've shown you before, so when you go on Wikipedia, obviously you can't use Wikipedia as a fact checker thing, but you can use certain details. So let's go. What do we want to look up? I'm going to look up the best university in Wikipedia. What source are they going to use? Okay, this isn't going to work. I don't think this is going to work at all because does not exist. Okay, no, we can't do that one. You can't look it up. Okay, let's do Melbourne University. University of Melbourne. Yes. All right, so what you can't do is you can't quote this, but what you can do is, see how it's got a little 19? Click on that. It takes you down to the footnotes, the reference list. That's the key. That's what you can use. So get it to, for Wiki, you can use these. You can't use Wikipedia when you're using your reference list. And I have a slight challenge about the role, yada yada. Okay, so you got it. It was pretty good. I've got a bit of a challenge. I wanted to do a 2-hour stream, but I suffering from humanity. I drank too much coffee this morning. Moreover, I drank too much water this morning. Thus, I am currently fantasizing about a room just outside the room that I'm in. And due to this difficulty that I need to go visit, I don't know if we're going to make it to 2 hours today. So please do forgive me for not making it to 2 hours, but so that I don't have to dance and cross my legs the whole time. For people who don't understand what I'm talking about, is I need to go to the toilet to suffer a number one. And number one is where we drank too much water. I gave a lot of context clues. What is a word that people use to relieve themselves? Okay. What words? I can't think of what word you would even use for that. Going to the toilet. Bring to the boil. Well, that's stressful. To the point, going. Okay. Going, how easy or difficult something is. I found the exam quite hard going. Yeah. I want to find the thesaurus. Let's see what we can do instead. Let's see if something comes up. Oh, going to. These are the words and phrases used to going to. Sorry about the sound. I left the sound up and that probably was very loud. My apologies. Okay. Okay, so synonyms: bound, heading for, destined. I would probably say, yeah, they're all pretty non-academic, so I wouldn't necessarily use those as well. You'd want to have something more academic, but I am dancing in my seat, so it was lovely going through all of this. I hope that was useful. And yeah, again, follow for more. Let me know if you need something, and if there's something you find useful, please do let me know. I'll have you, yeah, I will see you soon. Okay, have a good day and a good evening, or whichever time it is over there. Good day. Goodbye.